You're watching America Trends. I'm Mary Burt Godwin, and I have a very special guest with me here, Chez, the executive director and founder of We See You San Diego. We're just talking about the homelessness crisis in San Diego. And Laura, it's everything you're saying is so amazing, and how you came to this. I love the serendipity of your story of how you kind of came to this working with the homelessness crisis. And then we were talking before the break, I want to talk more about this concept of addiction that you're seeing a majority of the people that you see on a day-to-day basis and you speak with. Talk to me about how open are they about their addiction? Do you just know it and see it, or do they tell you? And you were saying, you know, they felt change. So talk to me about how you even know that.
Yeah, because part of our approach is we host a dinner party, Mary, and I want to reserve you a seat of honor. It's a dinner party with a live band, a gourmet coffee bar. We do dessert carts, so you feel like you're at Ruth's Chris. We do table service. There's no standing in a line, so you feel
There's no people flopping on a paper plate.
That's sad. Yeah. That does not, to me.
Degrading,
Yeah, exactly. So we treat people with we do raffle prizes. Like we just make it a party for people, so it takes them out of the mindset of homelessness for a short time, right? And then part of our approach is sitting down and eating too. We love the food we make. We make what we would eat.
Right.
So we sit down with people and they're just caught off guard, and it lowers the guard. And sometimes people come and they just weep. They just cry. And
I'm gonna cry right now. There's tears forming. I want you all to know. Right. Where's the tissue box?
So we do that. So we sit down with people and then we get to know them. They may not talk right away, but we get to know their names, we get to know their stories, and they get to know ours. We're actually friends. So once you become friends with somebody, you can extend them life-changing help. And that's what we bank on, is the friendship gives us permission to offer you a pathway off the street. So every week at our dinner party, our hand is extended. We get on the microphone and we say, tonight, if there's anybody, if you are on fentanyl, if you are on heroin, it's not everybody's story. We know that. There's no accusation in it. There's no judgment. If you are chained to an addiction and tonight is your night that you want help, we can get you off the streets tonight. And we lead, besides the relationship and outreach, we lead with short-term detox. We've found that one of people's biggest fears, and I don't hear a lot of people talking about how do you get off fentanyl? Like what we hear a lot about fentanyl, but what are the pathways out for people? And we believe the best one I've heard of, and that's why we offer it, is short-term detox. A 5 to 10 day detox, getting you free of the physically addictive drug. We pay for that.
Wow.
That's our first thing we spend money on.
So you have a facility where people would go, or are there multiple around San Diego?
There are multiple around San Diego, and then we just pay the bill.
Wow.
But not only that, we're visiting them. We bring care packages. We're calling. They can call us. And we're developing the next step of the plan with them while they're there. So because
that is a key. They can't just go to the 5 days and then they're cured.
No.
It's a lifetime, speaking for someone, it's a lifetime change. So you need to, you know, it's like they did fentanyl every day, so they need to participate in recovery
every day. Yeah. And outpatient to us is not enough. So what we work with people is to get them into a long-term recovery program. That could be 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. And there are phenomenal recovery programs around San Diego and beyond San Diego that we partner with to say, okay, what are your needs? What are you good at? What are you willing to do? What's your goals? Your hopes and dreams still matter. And then we match that person. We do a smart match to a recovery program that would be right for them.
Interesting.
And we never leave them. We are visiting, we're doing care packages, we're doing letters, we're doing cards.
Wow.
And then we help them with the next step, sober living.
Yeah, I was gonna say sober living would be a next place.
And then housing last. And then independent, healthy living, we work with people to get into, you know, after sober living. We believe that's a great process.
And this is like a 2-year thing.
It's a big investment.
Because it's not just a 5-day come out the streets. So in San Diego, there's, you know, they're trying to get people off the tents, or, you know, out of tents and into shelters, but they're not providing the treatment.
Right. So, I mean, shelters, it's okay, maybe for a couple days, sure, but we really want a long-term solution. I understand wanting to get tents off the street, but I also believe in having to break the cycle of what's underneath. So if there's still, a lot of times, a lot of times people that we work with won't even go to the shelters because they can't do the drugs in the shelter. They want to do so if you have an addiction, let's treat that first.
Yes.
So that's really why we approach that.
Yeah.
Approach it this way.
It's genius. Okay, so many questions. One is, do you take volunteers? Because I'm volunteering myself and all the crew. We're going to show, and my daughters. Like, can kids?
Oh, so yes. So it had to be kid friendly because I couldn't do it without my kids.
Right.
So we actually have junior leaders. We have a junior leadership team.
Wow.
The teenagers run the coffee bar with the 9 and 10-year-olds. They serve. They have people they've gotten to know, their worldviews, their perspectives on homelessness change. They know that it's human beings that are stuck.
It's just such a great gift that you're giving, you know, everyone, really, because it affects everyone. It affects the community because people don't want to feel unsafe in their town or their city with a homeless population, but they need to understand that they're not bad people. They're sick. Whether mentally sick, addicted, it's a sick person that needs to get well. Now, is this in any other cities, or can people like come to you and?
I believe it will be.
Yeah,
it will be. You know, I mean that we have a model that could be replicated in other cities. So that's one thing that's really exciting that we're working on now. And we've had people reach out from Phoenix, from San Francisco, from LA about the model and how we're doing it. Yeah. Because one thing I can tell you is in and out the door when we're sponsoring someone from detox to treatment to sober living, it's $10,000 for the whole thing. That's actually really low as far as a cost. I mean, like detox for 10 days for somebody to get off fentanyl is $3,000. Okay, and then we work with what do you call it? Recovery centers that don't cost a lot. Some are even free.
Yeah.
So anyway, we keep the cost low, so it's easy to partner with us in that way.
I like that I want to go back to how you kind of mentioned if today's your day, because some people, it might take them a month, 2 months, a year of coming and hearing that message, and then it's going to hit on one day. And they're going to be like, this is my day to come. And you're just there for them either way. And if it's not your day, that's okay, but we're here for you now. Is it, what day of the week do you do it?
Yes, Tuesday nights. We do Tuesday nights in Pacific Beach, an area of San Diego by the water. I can give you a quick story.
Yeah,
yeah. So there was a young woman. She's beautiful. Like you would see her and you would just never think it would be safe for her to be out on the streets. She would come to the dinners I met her in 2019. She would always be shaking. She'd be like just looking very homeless, messy, makeup everywhere. One night in 2023, she came to us. So we'd known her for years. We're investing in her relationship-wise for years. She came to us and she said, I'm ready. Now I'm ready. It got bad enough. The long story short is we sponsored her. She was on fentanyl at this point, met her when she was on meth. We sponsored her detox. And she went into recovery in the beginning of July. Today, that's only 3 months later, she has a full-time job. She is thriving. She just got a promotion and a raise at her job.
So cool.
And she loves her life. She's being transformed.
And it can happen for anyone.
It can. We have hope for everyone. We have hope for everybody. And we have tools, practical tools to help people. It's not just, we have hope for you. No, we have hope for you, and let's do step one. And tools.
And the tools.
And we'll pay.
And it's interesting that people, because I feel like there's just this, there's not a humanity that they're given.
No.
And it's like they're just people. They don't even have. They're not people. They're
a problem.
They're a problem.
Yeah.
They're in my way. They're making me feel unsafe. But actually, they are humans. They have a story.
Yeah.
And there's hope for them and solution, which is you're bridging that gap.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Exactly. We know you can't complain, you can't call the system broken or just be blabbing or whatever if you don't have an alternative. And I believe we have a really great alternative.
So do you work with the city?
I have not been able to work with the city yet. I would love to.
That's right. They donate
Please
to you
do.
on the website.
Yes.
You're amazing. I love what you're doing. Thank you so much
Mary.
for being here. We see you sandiego.com. I'm going to be there on a Tuesday night. I'm
Can't
gonna
wait.
pull my daughters at a dance and come help you. This is really the crew. Mike Costa's coming too. He doesn't know it.
Oh, I love it.
This is beautiful. Thank you so much for being here, and stick
Honored.
around for more America Trends right after this quick break.